Man, oh man, it cannot get any worse down in Henrietta. 7 people gone. One um did himself in. The others massacred. Terrible. I mean, it's unthinkable what went on down there. Well, over the weekend, people went into the house, which is a crime scene. There's videos on News Nation and many other places of what looks like a damn sex dungeon. Looks like torture. You have computer towers, cell phones, chains, locks, you name it, in this house. OSBI got wind of this and they took the investigation over. They said that it should not have been left open for just any Tom, Dick, and Harry to walk into and take pictures and get things out of. It's not a souvenir shop. Look at this clip with me. There's way more to this story than what meets the eye. I am just furious about this whole situation. I know several people have reached out and they're like, "Are you going to go down there?" No way in hell would I go down there. No way. OSBI, they don't take over investigations unless someone is just not doing it right. Well, it seems they're just not doing it right down there because they are neck deep in it now. We're going to do a show about this tomorrow. Going to look at the sex dungeon and a few other things because on my local news, it is something every 2 seconds with this situation down there. I say situation, horrific nightmare. And it is. Look at this, please. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. And we're going to get to this.
Developments into the investigation into the massacre in Henrietta earlier this week. Thanks for joining us. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation has taken over the investigation and is right now at the property where the 6 people were killed. They say the murderer is a convicted rapist who killed himself after the murders. 2 News Oklahoman's Samson Tamajani joins us live from the scene. Samson, what are the agents telling you?
Yeah, Shay, since we got on scene this afternoon, we've witnessed several OSBI investigators throughout the front yard and at the house of Jesse McFadden. Only one agent left the scene earlier tonight, but they have since come back. As you can see behind me, we now have the front yard lit with the light from the OSBI Mobile Analysis Center bus as work for them continues into the night. Now, during the daytime, we saw several family members of the victims and 2 people we didn't recognize talking with OSBI members as they collected items from a silver Toyota Yaris. OSBI was also seen taking photos of other vehicles in the yard, like this U-Haul and the trailers over to our left. Investigators have also been entering and exiting the home. And just to put this all into context, 2 News anchor Aaron Christie reported the last couple days that this house where Jason McFadden lived was seemingly completely left alone by Okmulgee County Sheriff deputies with literal loads of potential evidence still inside. That includes numerous cell phones, sex paraphernalia, chains, handcuffs, drug paraphernalia, computers, all of which McFadden kept inside the house. Family members say they were told by the property owner here to get whatever they thought was important out of the house by Sunday, or it would be tossed into a dumpster. The Okmulgee County DA office didn't explain any of this and only said Friday that they were, quote, investigating. Now, less than 24 hours after we aired that story, as Shay mentioned, OSBI confirms that it has taken over this investigation, that the investigation is currently ongoing as of today. I spoke to an OSBI spokesperson earlier today and asked him several questions, including if the crime scene had now been contaminated since so many people have been through the house and since so much of the evidence has been potentially taken out and before many of it could be collected inside. I also asked if those items removed by family members would have to be returned and if the investigation itself they consider is mishandled. But spokesperson said that the agency cannot answer any of those questions at this time. Also this evening, I spoke with several neighbors and family members who were just passing by looking on just as we were. They told us that they are furious. They told us that they want answers from local and state authorities as to what might have been missed before and after these shootings even occurred. We'll, of course, be keeping you posted and with all the updates that we hear on air, online, and on our 2 News app. For now, live in Okmulgee County tonight, Samson Tamajani, 2 News, Oklahoma.
Thank you, Samson. Before OSBI showed up today in Okmulgee County, the community there gathered to celebrate the life of one of the victims, 14-year-old Ivy Webster. At least 300 people packed the back lot of the property owned by the Webster family for a memorial service, the first of this week's massacre victims to be laid to rest. A relative of the Websters described to us the lasting token of love from today's service. It was a giant flower arrangement forming a heart made by friends of Ivy's. The relative told us the family plans to lay it around the family swing that Ivy used to play on, a reminder of her blossoming smile that touched all who knew her.
And tonight we're also hearing from the woman who says